They did bring up Andrew Tate for a moment. And
well, let's talk about it
If
then.
he's on the level, if he hasn't done anything wrong,
Go on, yeah.
then the hatred is of seeing how he's living his life.
So Kamar is convinced that Andrew Tate has done nothing wrong and is being totally falsely accused. And this is just another Alex Jones type situation, I guess.
Well, I mean, Alex Jones, there came receipts at the end of the day.
That was the most interesting part. Sorry, just to backtrack for a second. That was the most interesting part about that All Gas, No Brakes documentary thing.
So when he interviews Alex Jones?
No, a big part of it is Alex Jones, and it shows just him at the January 6th and leading up to January 6th and how he is like, there's no doubt about it, man. He is out there trying to incite people into some sort of weird civil war. The morning of the riot marches, he's yelling like, he goes up there, says something, 1776, 17, you know? And he's like, you see it. It's pretty clear. And then it flashes to the interview he has with him on InfoWars there, where Alex is saying, no, that's not what I was doing at all.
He was telling people to leave. He said it after the fact.
After the fact, he like turns on it, and he doesn't go to the Capitol. He just tells he's like that. Dude, it's so weird. When you watch it, it's pretty fucking clear that he was doing some weird ass shit.
But you think less of Alex Jones now?
After watching that, I do. So unless it was like somehow cut to make it look like that, which I can't possibly understand because it's pretty clear what's going on. He is like, it really makes you think that he would be working for people who would want other people to go into the Capitol.
But I mean, Alex Jones is really just another Logan Paul.
I guess.
Like he does these shows and sells rations. Like I remember back in the day, it was very scary.
I always tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, the way Joe does. Like this is the character he's playing, but whatever. But there is just
that faded away for you.
Well, it did a little after Sandy Hook, obviously. But this is just like, dude, watch it.
I will.
Watch it. It's only like an hour and a half.
I've been looking forward to it. You're gonna say something?
Oh, Logan Paul's out there trying to like shadily steal your money.
What are you talking about?
Alex Jones, as he drinks his prime, that Sandy Hook shit was real. Like there were people that were like ready to hurt these families because they thought some crazy shit that he said.
So Alex Jones is worse than Logan Paul.
Yes, okay. But he's more dangerous. I didn't say he's worse. He's more dangerous in the sense that like, dude, there are people that are doing fucking time for shit that he has said on his for shit he has incited.
They're very similar in the fact that they both have big platforms where they use it to then sell you other things about themselves. All of those things being kind of, maybe not on the level, but
create noise.
The craziest part is that it's all about money at the end of the day.
Create noise and sell something related to the noise.
And you somehow, I think, convince yourself that you're doing like a service. You know what I'm saying? You make a podcast because you want to make money, and then you convince yourself that you're doing it for some altruistic reason. Oh, we're helping so many people. You know what I mean?
Because we thought when you were young that like our superstars or whoever they were above selling out or whatever. It's this thing we've talked about, the erosion of integrity. If anyone did something like that, like
this is way different. Ever since
it's hyper.
This whole crypto thing, like, has opened doors to scams that maybe there are just so many now that it's.
I think in reality, it's that we didn't have the internet. I think a lot of people sold out low key back in the day, but you didn't hear about it or know about it, or you had to see them in a Pepsi ad, right? Like you had to see Tony Hawk in a Pepsi ad to be like, whoa, Tony Hawk doing a Pep.
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
There's a huge difference though between doing an ad and what you call selling out. And tricking people into, like, using your clout to trick people into buying something that is fraudulent. You know what I mean?
Well, where does that put?
You're just telling.
What about Tom Brady and FTX
Tom Brady,
and
Matt Damon, Larry David? I don't feel they're the same, but it's the same.
Well, that is a whole other question, but it's different than Logan Paul and selling crypto animals that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things.
Fraud. all out fraud.
But Simon, as we found out from our friend last week, like if you were to do an Apple ad, like let's say you're Brad Pitt and Apple's like, we'll give you $20 million to do a Super Bowl ad. You can feel like, it's an Apple ad, no big deal. But at the end of the day, it's leading to all this mining in, you know what I mean? So there's no real like.
There's no anybody who's clean. What they're doing though with these crypto scams is different than just kind of putting your name behind a product. It's two different things. They're not just the face of a product. They like CoffeeZilla does a really good example of showing you like the text chains. And
I understand why they're different, but it's the same shillings selling out.
I mean, it's all gross.
I feel like culturally in Canada, we think it's more déclassé than Americans do.
What are you saying, déclassé?
We just think it's ugly to flaunt or show stuff off. Like we just feel I don't know if I'm trying to be humble to say we're humbler, but it doesn't affect people's perception of other people for being flashy and stuff, where we sort of think that's be more understated. Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's possible.
Because all these people get exposed and people still keep giving them money.
Or do they get exposed though? Like you have to get on somewhere where a lot of eyeballs see you to get exposed, right?
I mean, Simon makes a great point. Just like, CoffeeZilla is a perfect example. Like, yeah, we've all seen him. Like, Simon never would have watched a video of his, even though I told him to. So, like, a close person to Simon said, you should watch this. And Simon was like, no, I don't like his name. Never going to watch it. Then he sees him on Lex, hears him talking. Is like, I guess I'll check it out. The point is, let's say CoffeeZilla has 10 million subscribers, which I don't think he does. That's not that many. Dude, the States has 360 million people.
Oh, to most of the world, this egregious thing is like nothing. There's a nothing burger in the world of news, unless criminal charges come. But